Good evening and welcome. Please rise and join us as Nikki Villalone from the class of 2027 leads us in singing the U.S. National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Always a tough act to follow. Welcome, everyone. I am Jessica Ward, and I serve as Associate Dean for Academic Programs at the College of Veterinary Medicine at Iowa State University. It is my honor to greet you this evening at the opening of the White Coat Ceremony. For each of you in the class of 2030, this ceremony marks the beginning of your journey as veterinary students. This stage and setting are particularly symbolic because we will gather here again in 4 short years to celebrate your graduation as doctors of veterinary medicine. Take a moment right now to picture that day. Imagine yourselves here again, proudly receiving your diploma, about to enter the world as a veterinarian. Keep that image in your mind. It will help you stay grounded and focused during the times ahead that will challenge you to grow, stretch your abilities, and build resilience. This program will ask a lot of you, but everything you gain along the way will shape you into the veterinarian you are meant to become. There are so many people gathered here tonight to celebrate this important milestone with you. Family, friends, and mentors who helped you reach this point, as well as faculty represented by those you see on the stage who are committed to guiding and supporting you throughout your education. Our pledge to you is this: we will do everything we can to equip you with the knowledge, skills, and opportunities you need to become exceptional veterinarians. And speaking of exceptional, I urge you to look around at your new classmates. These amazing, unique, and qualified individuals are not just classmates and are certainly not competitors. They are your colleagues. As I told you on Wednesday, you want each person sitting around you not only to succeed in veterinary school and join you at graduation, you want them to thrive and grow into outstanding veterinarians. Because someday you'll be calling each other for advice, for consults, and for referrals. You'll be leaning on each other, just as you will in the 4 years ahead. Invest in those relationships now. This profession is built on collaboration and trust. Alongside the excitement to begin this journey, you also take on a profound responsibility to animals, their owners and caregivers, and to the public. You are accountable to each other, your instructors, and your future clients and patients to strive for clinical excellence, ethical integrity, and compassionate service. Tonight, as you don your white coat, you will also sign the College of Veterinary Medicine Honor Code and recite the veterinary student's oath, symbolizing your commitment to uphold these responsibilities. We are so honored to share this moment with you. Welcome to the Iowa State College of Veterinary Medicine. We're so happy you're here. Please join me in recognizing the achievements of the class of 2030. I will now introduce Dean Grooms. Dr. Daniel Grooms became the Stephen G. Julesgaard Dean of Veterinary Medicine at the Iowa State University College of Veterinary Medicine on October 1st, 2018. At Iowa State, Dean Grooms oversees the College of Veterinary Medicine, its 5 academic departments, the Lloyd Veterinary Medical Center, and the Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory. Please join me in welcoming Dean Grooms to the podium for his welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Ward, and good evening, everybody. First of all, Dr. Ward, just really thank you to you and the staff of our Office of Academic and Student Affairs for all that you do in welcoming our students, in orientation, and also in putting on this really great event tonight. And especially a big shout out to Dr. Monica Howard. I don't know where Monica is. She's probably hiding as she really organizes and leads this event tonight. So a big round of applause for that entire team. So, to the class of 2030, I'm honored and delighted to be here tonight with you, your family, your friends, my colleagues up here on the stage with me, and distinguished guests. The White Coat Ceremony marks an important step on your journey to becoming a veterinarian, certainly a dream that many of you have had for as long as you can remember. It is no small feat it is no small accomplishment to get where you are sitting tonight, a member of the 151st class of veterinarians in the oldest College of Veterinary Medicine in the United States. Congratulations on this incredible accomplishment. A round of applause. The next 4 years of your life will be spent receiving a world-class education from world-class faculty and staff. Each day will be exciting and challenging. You will be pushed to become the very best veterinarian you can be. You may not enjoy every day, but I promise you it will be an unforgettable experience. As you have already learned during orientation and will continue to discover, we have much to offer you. I urge you to take advantage of the rich opportunities that will be presented to you over the next 4 years. These opportunities will help you to be a successful member of this great profession. As Dr. Ward mentioned, in less than 4 years, and in fact, in 1,357 days, we will return to this stage and confer on you the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree. And upon graduation, you will join colleagues like those on the stage with me tonight in one of the most meaningful, challenging, and fulfilling professions in the world. Be assured that the people here tonight, those at home who could not attend, and those waiting for you at the College of Veterinary Medicine when you show up for class on Monday, will be backing you all the way. All of us want you to succeed, and we pledge to help you to gain the knowledge and skills to become a valuable member of this noble profession. As the Dean of this great College of Veterinary Medicine, I once again wish to congratulate you, your families, your friends, and your supporters. Welcome to Iowa State's College of Veterinary Medicine. One more round of applause for the class of 2030.
Thank you, Dean Grooms. We will now hear from Shannon Sklow, who is the 2026-2027 president of our SAVMA chapter at Iowa State. SAVMA, as many of you have learned this week, is the Student American Veterinary Medical Association. This group represents our largest student organization on campus and our students' link to the national professional organization for veterinarians, the American Veterinary Medical Association. Please help me welcome Shannon to the podium.
Good evening, family, friends, esteemed members of the college, and welcome to the Class of 2030 White Coat Ceremony. As mentioned, my name is Shannon Sklow, and it is truly my honor to serve as this year's SAVMA president. As for the SparkNotes version of what SAVMA is, as was just mentioned, we're Iowa State's student chapter of the American Veterinary Medical Association and the largest student organization here at the College of Veterinary Medicine. Our mission is simple: to provide every veterinary student with opportunities to grow, lead, and thrive throughout vet school and beyond. No matter what the next 4 years might bring, SAVMA is here to support you. Now, enough about SAVMA. Let's talk about the real stars of today's ceremony, the class of 2030. You made it to vet school. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. Without sounding too much like a Disney character, you're about to embark on one of the most challenging, exciting, rewarding, and unforgettable adventures of your life. And yes, I mean life. Over the next 4 years, you'll learn the basics, the weird and wonderful ologies, the medicine and surgery, and how to really be a vet. You'll celebrate wins, learn from mistakes, make lifelong friendships, and become the veterinarians your future patients and clients will count on. And if orientation is any indication, this class is going to truly be amazing. Before we get to the main event, I want to leave you with a few pieces of advice. First, be present. Even during the toughest moments, look around you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Every single person on this stage, in the audience, and the classmates sitting beside you are on your team. Veterinary medicine is absolutely a team sport. Second, and my Tim McGraw fans will appreciate this, always stay humble and kind. You are all leaders. You don't need a title to make someone's day easier, to encourage a classmate, or to lift up the people around you. Third, when things get rough, just take a deep breath. Unless you're in the anatomy lab, then maybe just hold your breath and hope for the best. And finally, have an absolute blast. Vet med is, in my completely biased opinion, the best profession in the world. We get to care for animals, support the people who love them, and make a difference every single day. That's pretty incredible. I'd like to close with a quote from one of the greatest cinematic masterpieces of all time. I encourage you to remember it throughout your entire veterinary school journey. All right, ready? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, 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 swimming. Thanks, Dory. As you put on your white coats today, remember they represent knowledge, compassion, humility, and a commitment to every patient and pet parent. There will be long nights and challenging cases, but keep showing up for your patients, classmates, and yourselves. Welcome, class of 2030. We're so glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon and Dory. We will now begin the ceremonial coding to formally welcome the class of 2030 into our professional program. Each year at the White Coat Ceremony, our college honors the recipient of the American Association of Veterinary Medical Colleges Distinguished Veterinary Teacher Award, by inviting them to announce the names of the incoming class. I am so delighted to share that the 2026 recipient of this award for the College of Veterinary Medicine at Iowa State is Dr. Lisa Ewell. Dr. Ewell is a clinical assistant professor and the anatomic pathology residency coordinator in the Department of Veterinary Pathology at Iowa State University. A board-certified veterinary pathologist, she teaches veterinary students and residents through anatomic pathology courses, necropsy training, case-based instruction, rounds, and individual mentorship. She is committed to making pathology approachable and clinically relevant while helping trainees develop confidence, curiosity, and sound diagnostic reasoning. Dr. Ewell earned her DVM degree from Iowa State as a member of the class of 2018 and also completed her anatomic pathology residency and master's degree here at the college. Her previous teaching honors include the Iowa State University SAVMA Teaching Award and the Graduate College Teaching Excellence Award. Beyond veterinary medicine, she casually represented the United States on the track in the 10,000-meter run at the 2012 Olympic Games, an experience that continues to inform her approach to perseverance, mentorship, and supporting others in reaching their goals. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Ewell for receiving this prestigious teaching award. Dr. Ewell will announce the names of the class of 2030 who will be coded individually by our platform of guest veterinarians and faculty members. Following coding, each student will sign the honor code with you as witnesses and with Honor Board Chair Lee Ammons serving as official witness on behalf of the college. The escorting marshals for this year's ceremony are class of 2029 students Lacey Starry and Zaina Evans. We ask that you hold any lengthy applause until all students have been coded. Dr. Ewell, please come to the podium. Marshals, please present the class of 2030 to be coded.
Elizabeth Abbott. Samantha Adamczyk. Neshka Aguilar Burgos. Elizabeth Anderson. Kaylee Arnold. Addison Beauregard. Jaden Beeland. Keaton Bertrand. Amelia Beswick. Jax Bound. Alyssa Brandt. Sophia Capobianco. Ashley Carroll. Maya Carter Kolunga. Kevin Castro. Irving Castro. Kinsey Christensen. Emily Church. Catherine Collison. Alexis Coleman. Ben Kroll. Julia Scipio. Casey Davis. Joanne Drago. Kaylee Duncan. Cassia Edwards. Agustina Maria Ismendi. Lauren Ellerbach. Abigail Ernat. Rachel Everly. Megan Farina. Megan Farrell. Alexandra Ferrari. Julia Fisher. Taylor Fishnick. Lauren Fitch. Brooke Forsey. Ashlyn Fred. Grace Furman. Addison Ganas. Juelina Gomez. Sarah Gompertz. Kayleen Grace. Julia Greenlee. Jordan Gezimani. Ashlyn Hamill. Aubrey Hansen. Johnny Harn. Margaret Harper. McKenna Hasty. Cadence Howe. Ella Heaney. Haley Heischman. Alyssa Helberg. Sydney Hersman. Emily Hodges. Hayden Holm. Elise Holubar. Kayla Howard. Kayleen Hughes. Lee Aya. Margaret Arabino. Saskia Ilseson. Ellen Eisenhagen. Amanda Jendretska. Heidi Johnson. Kennedy Jones. Morgan Camelman. Logan Keeler. Minsa Kim. Ashley Kinney. Ariella Klotzkin. Allison Kosler. Siandra Kowalski. Nicole Kusauts. Phoebe Lynn. Emma Loney. Grace Levin McLean. Athena Lukin. Brianna Lescom. Adriana Marrero Resto. Roquel Martinez. Annabelle McCoy. Carly McNew. Laura Maymert. Charlotte Miller. Avery Moore. Sorry, I jumped the gun. Avery Moore. Megan Mum. Carly Nails. Grace Neitzer. Grace Nixon. Abby Osborne. Natalie Palmersheim. Shaylee Pruitt. Jessica Ralphs. Andres Ramirez Silva. Lindsay Raymond. Kylie Reed. Gavin Renicky. McKenna Reese. Selena Rodriguez. Danielle Saldana. Madeline Seidel. Kaylee Shaner. Dustin Sheely. Anastasia Seabrick. Mac Simpson. Aiden Scow. Jocelyn Solorio. Emma Summers. Alexis Steffens. Stephen Stoddard. Olivia Stodghill. Chloe Streggy. Maya Swanson. Judd Swanton. Tessa hockey. Elizabeth Tharp. Brock Thompson. Eleanor Thompson. Allison Tracy. Dia Trevetti. Malia Upton. Jackson Van Holland. Heather Veers. Ian Weber. McKenna Wieland. Ellen Wengelski. Ian Wetzel. Addison Woods. Shuai Yan. Giselle Yepes. Congratulations, class of 2030.
Thank you, everyone, and particularly our spirited siblings that we have out there for the class of 2030. I will now introduce Dr. Kenneth May, immediate past president of the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association. Born and raised on a small family farm near Lake Okoboji in northwest Iowa, Ken May knew from his earliest memories that he was destined for a career in veterinary medicine. After fulfilling that lifelong dream by earning his undergraduate degree from Iowa State University in 1983 and his Doctor of Veterinary Medicine in 1987, Dr. May gained valuable clinical experience practicing in Wisconsin and Illinois. He eventually returned to his home state, where he has spent the past 23 years dedicated to serving the communities of Huxley and Slater, just 10 miles south of Ames. Alongside his clinical practice, Dr. May has been a deeply engaged leader within the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association, holding numerous leadership roles over more than 2 decades and currently serving as the organization's immediate past president. Please help me welcome Dr. May to the podium to give his reflections.
Wow, you guys look great. On behalf of the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association, welcome. Welcome to Iowa State University, welcome to the College of Veterinary Medicine, but most of all, welcome to the start of your personal path to the greatest profession, not one of the good professions. I might be a little biased, but I'm at the point in life where I get to look back and reflect a little bit. And over a long career, and of all the professions that I've interacted with in 40 years, they don't hold up to being a veterinarian. That's not to say it was easy, it was not. But the good far outweighs the bad, and the joy and rewards far outweigh the work. And the first time your uncle, wise guy, or a wise guy at the cafe says, well, but you're not an MD, or oh, you're a doctor, but you're not the real doctor, you're not an MD, please feel free to remind them that we are not, you can agree with them, we are not a single species doctor. So congratulations. Congratulations on making a great career choice and working hard enough to make it come true this far. You will have to work hard, maybe harder, to get out of the College of Veterinary Medicine than you got in. I'm sorry to have to tell you that today. But making good choices plays a big part in how good the outcome is. I've made my share of both. But Dean Groom says I don't have enough time to tell you about my bad choices. So I'll just give you a few of the good ones that will help you on your path. Number one, get to know your classmates. Look around you. You will spend 4 of the most important years of your career sharing the same classes and experiences with them. No matter where you end up, they will always be your classmates. Now, up to now, they've been your competition to get into veterinary school. But now they're your colleagues, and they're your colleagues for the rest of your life. They're your teammates, support and encourage each other. Number 2, get involved, both within veterinary medicine and in outside interests. Whether you recognize it or not, you will be leaders in your community. in your churches, your schools, and your county health departments. The IVMA needs you as well and has ways to help you develop and recognize those skills that will help you in all facets of your life and career while helping your profession. Number 3, look at the positive in every situation. There will be plenty of others that love to point out the negative, but positivity is what gives you energy and leads you to success in all areas. Number 4, I've only got one after this one. Look for ways to give back. Be a mentor, a volunteer for good causes, serve on a committee or an organization in your community or your profession. None of us would be here today if people who came before us didn't make us a path. And finally, ask for help. If there's something you don't understand, there's at least 20 of your classmates that don't understand it either, but they're all afraid to ask. Do all of your colleagues a favor and ask the question. When you need help, ask for help. If you don't know who to ask, turn around and look behind you. Seriously, turn around, look behind you. Now, look behind me. Ask those people. Ask the faculty and staff at the College of Veterinary Medicine. Ask the IVMA. We are all here to see you succeed, and we all want to be here in CY Stevens in 45 months when you get your degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. May. Now we will have the recitation of the veterinary student oath. This oath is based on the professional veterinary oath, but is unique to each veterinary college. Students have each received a bookmark with the oath printed. Class of 2030, please stand. I will read a phrase and you will repeat after me. At this time of being admitted to the Iowa State College of Veterinary Medicine, I pledge to dedicate my life through service to animals and humanity with respect, dignity, and compassion, to acquire the professional skills and knowledge that will benefit society, through the care and welfare of animals and promotion of public health, to constantly and consistently adhere to high ethical standards at all times and in all places, to respect the views of others and their individuality and have a positive impact in all my interactions. I make this pledge freely with the understanding of the responsibilities it encompasses. Please be seated. As we close our program, we would like to acknowledge the class of 2029 for their help with this program, and to Dr. Monica Howard from our Office of Academic and Student Affairs, who is responsible for organizing it. Also, we appreciate the participation of veterinarians and College of Veterinary Medicine faculty for coding, and the financial support of the IVMA and the Veterinary Medicine Alumni Association, as well as the support of all those attending tonight. Now, a couple of logistics. I would like to remind students about the group picture to be taken here following the close of the ceremony. The photo will be taken from the stage into the audience, so you just stay right where you are. Family and friends, we ask that you clear the audience for the photo, exit the building, and head directly to the reception, which is at the Sheeman Building, just next door to the northeast. There is a raised walkway that takes you to the Sheeman Building, and the reception will be on the level where you enter from the walkway. Now, to close our ceremony, please rise and join us as Nikki Villalone leads us in the singing of the Bells of Iowa State.
Green hills for thy throne, and a crown of golden melody, ringing in the hearts of all who bring thee love and loyalty. Dear alma mater, make our spirits great, true and valiant, like the bells of
Class dismissed. See you over at the reception. Thanks, everybody.